Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is your boy Eli Griffin. This is Side Talk Clips. I've been running down the variations of my top five of running backs, quarterbacks. And now I'm on to receivers. And one of those things is, like I told you before, I go through these rankings just how I see them into the league, not what anybody else projects them in the league. I just go particular on how I feel and what I've seen. All right, and jumping off with it, my number five ranked wide receiver in this 2025 draft is Luther Burton. Great. I think he's going to be a slot receiver. And most times he wins routes. He's quick. He gets open. He accelerates pretty well. Super athletic. Could be better with more route techniques to be, I guess, refine his techniques in route running. But other than that, I love how he plays. He was a dog at Missouri, and Luther Burton is my number five. Number four is Emeka Iboka. I think that's how you pronounce his name, from Ohio State. He's 6'1", great route runner, and everybody knows Ohio State produces wide receivers. And he's my number four because I feel like the other receivers that's ahead of him are a little bit not. I'm not saying he's probably one of the best route runners on this list, but I feel like his explosiveness is great, but I feel like it's just he's not necessarily game changer. I also think in this draft that it's not necessarily all number ones. There's not necessarily a number one receiver coming out the draft like Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, but except for one, and that's my number one pick. Emeka Iboku, great hands, like I said, 6'1", and 202 pounds. Not exactly sure what he ran in the 40. Great route runner, athletic, knows how to get open, faster and more explosive than most people think. And that I see that catches everything. Great catch radius, but overall, great receiver. I think he might be in the first round, maybe pushing up. It depends on how it goes. And then my third receiver, Matthew Golden, 5'11", 191, runs about a 4.3, 40, playmaker, quick. I think he's explosive, great off the ball, more of a slot to me as well. Just like Luther Burton, who gets open, knows how to get open, make big plays. And every time Texas needed a catch or needed a big play, that's who they threw it to. When I say that is whenever Texas needed a big play, Matthew Golden's who they went to. You know what I mean? And it pops out. He pops off the screen. Great receiver. I just think he's going to be a great slot. Not necessarily number one yet, but a great slot in the league. And then on my number two, sorry, my number, I'm over here fiddling with stuff. My number two receiver, Tedero McMillan. Sorry, from the University of Arizona, 6'4", 219. He ran like a 4.5, 4.6. He's not a speed burner whatsoever. Red zone threat, third down threat, big. Understands how to use his body, makes catches everywhere. Got a great catch radius, or more bigger than most cornerbacks, but he uses his body to get open, just like Cortland Sutton and those big body receivers. Not everybody's 6'4" that run the 4.3 like DK Metcalf, but he knows how to get open. He needs improvement on his route running, but overall, great receiver. He's probably closest to a number one in this draft. I don't think necessarily in this draft there's like I said, predominant number one except for my number one receiver, but it's going to be up in arms of what I say. So red zone again, red zone threat. He great catch radius. He can box out defenders if he needs to. All around, just a great receiver. Route running needs to improve, gets better, creates space with his body. So he creates space with his body, jump balls. So he's going to be that red zone threat for any team he goes on. And then my number one, no surprise. And I know most people's going to be like, "Are you serious?" But yes, it is Travis Hunter, University of Colorado. Like I said, he's what, 6', 188. I feel like he might weigh in more like 192, 195 ish. I'd be shocked if he's smaller than that. What can I say? He probably is gonna run like a 4.4. What am I gonna say? He's explosive with the ball in his hands. That's why I'd rather him play receiver as a NFL player more than he would be as a corner. I'm not saying he's great at a corner, but I feel like he'd be the only one in this draft that'd be the number one wide receiver on somebody's team. He just we seen him this year. Explosive, great route runner. He's a great route runner because he knows how to play cornerback and he knows how to sit in zones because he's played cornerback. Smart, he's quick, can create space. Jump balls are more 80-20. This is how I feel. He's a great receiver. Like I said, he's a great receiver, or a great cornerback. But I just think receiver right away. He'll make more plays. He's more explosive with the ball in his hands. I believe he can be a number one receiver on any football team, but I believe he'll be more of a slot just because he's going to go both ways. And to not exhaust him, so to say, he'll probably move to a third slot receiver. But even in the slot, he's going to kill corners. Love to see him in space. He can track the ball route. Catch radius is unbelievable. What else does he can? He's just an unbelievable talent, man. And I just think that whoever drafts and uses him the right way, he's just a generational talent. I think he's a better receiver than cornerback, but I'm not saying that it's not far off. So receiver, corner. I just think he's just overall ball hawk, and that translates to cornerback and to a receiver. Again, he's my number one receiver in this draft. And again, number 5 is Luther Burton. Number 4 is Emeka Aboka. Number 3, Matthew Golden. Number 2, Edero McMillan. And number 1 for me, Travis Hunter, Colorado. Okay, I'm gonna continue on with these top 5 lists. I want people to understand what I like in the draft and create conversations. And everyone's not going to view my top 5 as the greatest thing, and I'm not going to say I'm necessarily right. But like I said in previous ones, I go off of what I believe they're going to do in NFL, not what they've done in college. Simple fact, I stated that Trayvon Henderson is my number 1, maybe number 2 running back. To me, it's a debate between him and Ashton Genty, and now he's shooting up the charts. It's because I see what they see projected to see, not who they were in college. So again, those are my top 5 receivers. Like, subscribe, all that at the bottom. I appreciate y'all. Next up is going to be my top 5 offensive linemen, and it's just top 5 offensive linemen. It's going to be guard, center, tackle. It's not going to be each position. It's just going to be my top 5 linemen. And then after that, we're going to switch to the defense before the draft. And then I'm going to come out with the mock draft. And after all the pro days and interviews and visits, I'm gonna maybe the day before or something like that and give you my mock drafts with some trades up and some trade downs that I believe that's gonna happen. But yeah, thanks again, subscribe, all that good stuff. Much love, peace.